Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm
Hi guys,
Taylor,
and I'm Jossy.
and this is Now That's What I Call a Talk Show. And as you can see, we're still in isolation.
Still separated, but not going to stop us. Why would it?
Not stopping us. We've got one hell of a show to do. We have an amazing guest. Baga Chipz is joining us from RuPaul's Drag Race. Super excited for that. But for now, how are you?
I'm good. Just living day by day. I think that's all we can really do. I've only been out to go to work and come back home again, and to walk the dogs. That's pretty much it. But what I'm doing, I always kind of think, what would I be doing if it wasn't for this lockdown? And that is kind of helping me get through a little bit. So like Fay would tell everyone every morning when we ring each other, I always say to her, so in the other world, what are we doing today? What do you think we should do? And we'll chat about it. And we'll be like, all right, okay, that's cool. So let's get back to reality, because you can't escape it. That's the thing. You cannot escape it.
But I will say this, she has got one hell of an imagination, and we've been on some amazing trips over the past few days. It's been
we're on the way to London now, aren't we? We're down to London today, really, just for the day.
We are. Well, I've been coping okay. I've been seeing my mum every day. I go down and stand outside of her window like a lunatic and dance and sing and tell her how much I love her. And the neighbours all think I'm crazy, but in my head they're like, oh, I wish my child did that. But whatever. She seems to like it, and it keeps her going. How's everyone else doing out there? We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your questions as well. Get them in now. Baga will be joining us any minute, probably in the next 5, but we have a lot of stuff to catch up on. Just before we go any further, Justin, I know we're all about COVID, but can anyone see Picard?
Not me.
So Picard is the new Star Trek thing. It's amazing. But the last episode happened. The end of the episode was a bit. I was a bit worried. It wasn't what I expected, but the entire series was brilliant. So I have to give it its due for that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing I think about this isolation. It's an excellent opportunity to catch up on shows. I have been catching up and reliving my 90s youth. I've been watching Moesha and Sister Sister and Clarissa Explains It All, and I don't care. I love them shows.
Disney Plus is definitely getting used. Disney Plus is definitely getting used by Jossy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else have you been up to than Jossy? I mean, I've been tuning in most mornings to Joe Wicks and Carol Vorderman and David Williams. They're doing a lot of things for kids and some adults.
Yeah.
Are we coming into the realm of celebrity teachers? Because, hey, I would have learned a lot more if certain people were teaching certain subjects online back in the days when I was a kid.
Joe Wicks, PE.
Yes, do you know what I mean?
I would never have missed a lesson. I would have done football.
I would have been the first online. It would have been ridiculous. And the fact that David Williams is just so funny. I'm not going to really comment, but I did see Carol Vorderman on Good Morning with Piers Morgan. I think she was doing a live show, and she's had some work done.
Well, girls getting on a bit.
Yeah, but
everybody
don't look No. I love her, but she looked like a squirrel with 20 nuts in her cheeks.
Nice. I didn't see it because I was probably asleep, actually. I think I had a lie-in that morning, so I didn't see that one. But yeah, but it is. I think it's good that we're seeing celebrities using their celebrity for good, and because they're always
trying to take over the world.
Well, yeah, there is that and all. Can't let the actual teachers teach throughout this. We must have celebrity one. I know, the kids, when they go back to school, they'll be like,
you're not my teacher. What makes me laugh a little bit is I think that celebrities with such a great following could have got a group of teachers together and did something. I think because now Joe Wicks is in talks of doing a Channel 4 show. Money. It's oh, I still haven't got a lovely, and I can't believe he did that. Oh, now I know why. So I think it's great think it's great, but there is definitely a level of survival is kicking in, and I don't disrespect that, but just be upfront. Don't try and make it out that it's all a great cause, because if you need money, you need money. Like everyone needs money, and if it is just for a great cause, then stick to that. Just saying.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think what I've kind of noticed massively with this whole COVID-19 isolation, because we are all in it together, is that the sense of community. And I mentioned on Tuesday's show, like how my job, obviously, in support work and health and social care, I'm really, really proud of that right now. And I would just like to put a shout out so everybody knows, at 8 o'clock tonight in the UK, everybody is supposedly going to be standing at the front door, clapping, applauding your lovely care workers and NHS staff and all of us who are working on the front line. So, 8 o'clock, just saying. I would run out the street with my badge, but I can't, so.
Well, I think it's amazing that things like that are happening. And obviously, I'm just doing a little bit of social, but I do think it's amazing. But what I am impressed with, whether it's good news or not, is the death toll at the moment is still happening, but it isn't really increasing, what I'm reading today. And that's great news, but that's one day. And I don't want to be like, oh, don't celebrate. One day, guys. Half of us not went to the park for picnics or barbecues, like isolation. And I'm not being rude to anyone out there, but isolation is isolation. Keeping 2 meters away from each other, even if you're in the same house, try and keep yourselves a little bit isolated. It's going a little bit too far when I walk to the park, and there's groups of families. It looks like a big birthday celebrate. It's very bizarre, Jossy, very bizarre.
I know. We're either all in it together or we are not in it at all. And if we don't want to have the strict measures, the enforcement, the army on the streets, we just need to comply. And it's not really that hard.
But have you seen the Spanish army? I mean, I don't mind them being on the streets. They are a bit of something. When I saw the pictures to our army guy, I'm with the ex-army guy. But when I saw the pictures of the Spanish army guys, I was like, mine did not look like that when I bought him from the shop. These guys are ripped. They're like gorgeous. Oh, they are just so gorgeous. But moving straight on, I want to get straight into some fun after this bloody COVID-19 bollocks. It's got me in the dumps. Let's bring our amazing, bloody, should have won the show, Baga Chipz is here with us today. Just going to bring us straight on. Technology is our friend now.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, Baga. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, I'm bored out my head, but yeah, I'm a lot better. I'm much better now. I'm
much
talking
better.
to you too. Much better.
Well, Baga, obviously you've been shot to fame. RuPaul Drag Race was amazing. But for everyone out there, what is life like after RuPaul?
Oh my God. I can't go to the shops. I can't go anywhere.
Well, you can't fucking do that now anyway.
I know, I can't do that anyway. But yeah, oh, it's just absolutely crazy. People ask for me autograph, for pictures. People ask me, people shout much better at me in the street. Yeah, I'm doing loads of TV shows, making loads of money. It's mad, but well, I'm not making any at the moment. You know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully it'll all be over with, and I'll be back on the road.
Oh yes, that's all.
I'm just selling me merchandise.
Hey, get it sold, get it sold. I tell you, get it sold.
Love it. So obviously we know that RuPaul has just opened up so many doors for you. It's given you so much. But what have you like tracked yourself to?
Oh, what do you mean? What have I since RuPaul?
So like, what have you been able to like treat yourself to from the success of RuPaul?
Darling, I've got myself. I'm getting myself. Well, it's going through at the moment, but she's buying herself an house. So
congratulations!
Mortgage, but it's a really nice one. So, but if I could have brought it outright if this wasn't happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I was like, get a mortgage and then just pay it off. But oh God, when I first did it, when I first started making, because we used to make like a couple £100 as drag queens, and then you go on that and it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I treated myself to Harrods. I went to Harrods and did a big shop.
Oh.
So yeah, so I was like, I brought the things that I've always wanted, but I never could get. So I got myself a pair of lubes and all stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, now I've done all that. I've done the big shop. Now it's more right. Get your house, put it all away now, and just. But yeah, you have to do it in the first year because you'll be getting some new bitches coming soon, and
coming
and
after your heels, coming after your fucking heels. I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, we loved obviously you on RuPaul. You were fucking hilarious, and you were my winner. Like when you didn't win, I was like, what the fuck? I was gonna go and key their car. But
do you know what it was? I was just knackered. I was just so knackered. I was like, oh, I've come third now. I said, I genuinely thought I would have made it a couple of weeks on that. So I thought I would have been like 7th. And I was like, it's an opportunity because I was never a RuPaul kind of girl. I'm an old, like me fag and me gin and tonic kind of, more Lily Savage than RuPaul. But I was like, oh my God, I was getting further and further. And I was like, I swear they're taking the, you know what I mean? They're taking the mick, they are. And then I was like, and then when I got to the third, I was like, right, I've made it right to the end. I went on it for airtime more than anything. So I was on it till the last second of that program, and I was like, do you know what? I've already won now. You know what I mean? So, and I love Davina and Vivian. They're like my best mates. So I was like, any one of the top 5 really, I would have been happy with, because I was not saying I don't like the others, but not saying I don't like the others, but any of the top 5, I was like, you know what? These 5 are they're like family to me. The top 5. So I would have just been absolutely over the moon whoever won after that.
Well, you won in different rights. I mean, the success of the Frock Destroyers, you hit the chart.
Oh yeah,
it was unbelievable. And before we move on to the next question, we've done a little sketch because obviously we think we're singers now because we've got isolation and it went to our brain. But we were wondering if we could become 2 other members of the Frock Destroyers. And if we said our line that we've made up and you could follow with your famous line, would just really like to do that if that was okay.
Oh yeah, I'd love to, of course.
Okay, so here we go. I'm not a fucking singer. Where is my auto-tune? So, Fay is really gobby.
Jossy is a snob.
The guys really love.
We used to have a knob.
Your turn. Your turn, Baga.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, what do you want me to sing? My one or my
yes,
line?
your one.
Shall we do it? Start again. We'll do it all properly. Right, here we go. Right, do it again.
Okay,
I love that. Oh my God. I'm going to bugger off the other girls and go with you 2. Right, I'm all serious. Right.
Okay, let's go. This is obviously an audition for our single release, Baga. Take it seriously.
Yeah, well, top of the pops.
Fay is really gobby.
Jossy is a snob.
The guys really love.
We used to have a knob.
Baga Chipz is stunning. Baga Chipz is class. Baga Chipz is sexy. She takes it up the.
Yeah! Thank you so much. Amazing, bless you. Right, let's get past the crazy stuff and move forward.
Yeah, so we see, Baga, that you really are like a national treasure. Like we do both really adore you, and the nation does as well. Like we honestly, like we really do believe that. But do you see yourself as a national treasure? And is that kind of where the MBE comes from?
Oh. No, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what? I go on. I am a little bit of a, you know, I mean, I'm terrible. I'm like, oh, I go on TV shows. Like I said, I'm the new Diana and all this, and oh, I'm royalty, and oh, I'm the people's princess. But in all seriousness, I'm common as muck. You know what I mean? I could win the Euro Millions. I could win £180 million. I'd still be at Greg's and having a ciggy and going to the bingo. You know what I mean? you can take the girl out of, you know what I mean, but you can't take the commonness out of me, because there is no etiquette in the world that could make me.
Well, when we met you and you were doing the Club Kids comedy tour, I came away and said she's just like who she was on the telly. There's no different bullshit. It's just, hiya, you're right, how are you doing? And we thought that was really, really genuine. And we even felt that the same was when you were on stage. Yeah, you're doing your show, but it's still Baga. The essence of Baga is still there. I thought that was great.
Well, a lot of people call themselves drag acts. They're a drag act. I'm not a drag act. I'm basically me in a frock. So I'm always the same. I'm basically the same person. I don't put an act on. So like this, I could be on stage now and I'm like, hello everyone, what you all up to? Oh, you know what I mean? So I'm just, yeah, I don't know what the word is. I'm just normal. You know what I mean? I think everyone's the same. I think
you're very approachable. Very approachable.
I think we all shit the same. If you know what I mean, we all shit the same colour at the end of the day. Everyone's the same.
Well, unless I've had a curry. Unless I've had a curry, look. Fucking tell you, I don't shit the same way after a curry. You must have met some amazing people, Bagger, over your career, and of course after RuPaul. But you must have had some really crazy fan moments. Off the top of your head, can you think of one of those moments where you've just thought, "Fuck, that's crazy. I can't believe that just happened."
Oh my god, I'd be here all day. Well, do you know what? It's a nice thing, but it's also, I also think, what the fuck? Because people have tattoos of me, do you know, that made, much better made, but they have them like on their hands and my face on their hands, and like, I mean, big back pieces and all that, and I'm like, oh, thank you, but I'm like, you're around the bend, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I had someone at a meet and greet, and this woman asked every single queen. She asked Katia, she asked Nina West, all this. She asked every queen, and they all said no, no, no. And me, silly bugger, you know what I mean? Tell me to do something, and I'll do it. And I did it. And she said, "Can you spit in my mouth?" And she thought I was going to be like, "Well, you wouldn't do it now, would you? Because of the corona." But she thought I was going to be like, huh. I was like this. And I think I had a couple of bevies, that's why. And then she was over the moon. She was in tears. Oh, I can't believe it. I was like, you're around the bend.
Very, very, very strange. But I think the reason people are getting tattoos of your face on the hand is it must be their wanking hand. Just so they can see you, love.
Really?
Well, they're only human. They're only human.
They're only human. They're only human.
They are. So we have a question, Bagger, from a member of our audience who's messaged in. Chloe Lee says,
hello, Chloe.
I love Bagger, and I love Bagger's karaoke shows, but I'm really disgusted in the backlash that she's received. She's only trying to make a little bit of coin. What does Bagger have to say to those haters?
What's the tea, Bagger? What's the tea?
Well, you know me. I'm one of these people. I like to be productive all the while. Do you know what? Before all this madness was happening, I was out there. I was like, right, I want to make money. I want to do this. I want to work every day. I said to my agent, every day, if anything comes in, I don't want a day off. I want to do it. Make the most of the platform.
Absolutely.
I was just sat at home, and I was like, oh my god, I'm you know what I mean? I'm getting cabin fever. I'm cracking up. And I was like, you know what I mean? And yeah, it is true. I've got a few bob, but that shouldn't matter. Coca-Cola's got a few bob, but Coca-Cola shouldn't be giving out free drink. You know what I mean? It's their business. Yeah. So I was like, and it wasn't like I was saying, oh, here's my PayPal, put money in. I was like, here's a show. You know what I mean? Tell me what to sing. I'll sing.
We saw.
Dress up, everything. And I wasn't asking, you know what I mean? And they were like, oh, this is a time where you should be doing it for nothing, and people haven't got any money, and they're really poor. And I'm like, if people are really poor and they're tipping me, they're absolutely stupid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I said, you don't tip me if you're poor. Tip me if you're like, oh, do you know, he's a quid. He's a couple of quid. I wasn't asking for hundreds of pounds, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was just like, oh, I could make, well, I don't know, 50 quid or something. At least I'd be doing something productive in a bad situation. And I think it was just Queens, you know what I mean? But It was
But
one
they're
or
all,
two
they're all,
people.
they're all fucking doing it now.
They're
They're
all
all,
doing
they're
it
all,
now.
all of them are
This is
fucking
what-
doing it. The
I
thing is,
know.
Bagger, I saw when you first did it, right? And I thought, genius. What a fucking good way to make, even if it's 20 quid, because at the end of the day, we've still got like lives to feed. Nobody knows if you look after your family or whatever you
Exactly.
spend your money on. And I was really annoyed because I thought, you're only jealous because she fucking thought of it first. I'm sorry, that was the thing. And they made it out that you were like stealing and all this like bad thing because you were asking for
Oh
tips.
no, I was saying it was optional as well. It wasn't mandatory. It was, I said at the bottom, it's optional. If you want to, feel free. You don't have to. This is a free show. If you want a tip and you enjoy the song or you want a request, I'll do it. And the thing that made me laugh, I'm not the actual queen who said it, but there was a couple of queens who commented on her thing and they were like, oh, yeah, I agree. It's disgusting. I put my Facebook on. They were doing it themselves with a PayPal at the top. I was like, you cheeky. And they said they said it's all right for us to do it because we haven't got any money. And then I thought, excuse me, how do you know how much money I've got for a start? And I was like, are you my accountant? I was like, you haven't got a clue for all you know. It's like I said, I've just bought an house. All that's gone on an house. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, I'm eating fish finger sarnies, you know what I mean? I'm not living it up on frog war and lobster every night. You know what I mean? So I was like, mind your own bloody business. If you don't like it, if you don't agree with it, remove me, delete me. There are some bastards I don't like, and I just delete them. I don't give them any attention, any negativity. Life's too short. I like to keep the positive in my life, and the people who are jealous or horrible.
That's all it was, though, Bagger. It was honestly,
jealousy.
they were jealous of
It's
what
because I
you
had quite a lot of
were
followers,
doing.
and there was like 1,000 people watching every night, and you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna lie, I made a few bob off it. And if I was doing that, I said I'm not doing it every night. I said I'll do it every 3 days or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to take the mic. And that I can't win because now I've got people saying, "Oh, you made our nights. You were brilliant. You've cheered us up. You were giving us such a brilliant time in such a bad situation." So now I'm just gonna do the odd free one. You know what I mean? And then nobody can bloody moan, then can they?
Well, we've got Brooke
Like
Tyers.
I did hours performing.
Yeah, Brooks just said you were performing for hours, did song after song. Tips were optional. There shouldn't be a problem. It's not as if you were basically saying to people, "You've got to give us some money before you can even watch it."
But the thing,
So,
you know what I mean? It was like, and I've seen so many bloody queens doing it now, and I'm like, oh my bloody god!
because I noticed that you're donating it to charity now, because I don't think you should.
Yeah.
No,
I
fuck
don't
that.
mind. It was only two shows. But
I know, but still, it's for everyone out there who shames you, shame on you because.
Well, I'm one of these queens, you know what I mean? I'm like, if I saw someone doing it, you know what I mean? They could be someone who works in a backstreet boozer, or it could be even bloody RuPaul herself. It don't matter how much money you got in the bank, what you do it, what kind of platform you've got. I'm just, me personally, I'm the kind of queen that like, oh, bloody fair play, love, make some money. You know what I mean? Make some. We're in hard times in a couple of months. You don't know. The banks might take all our money off us. You know what I mean?
We spoke to Ruthie Keister from America last week. And her and this company are getting together and they're now doing delivery service, but in drag. So they deliver your food, your shopping and stuff in drag. I think a bag of chips and a battered sausage delivery service is something we need to sort out.
That is something that needs to happen.
So imagine me knocking on your door.
Bag of chips is coming. I'm not fucking tipping you.
Yeah, mask, gloves, everything.
Oh yeah, I'd love my own chippy. That's the goal. When I'm older, when I'm like retired, I'd just like an old couple of chippies around the UK. You know what I mean?
Hey, they made the chippies some friggin' money.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that's all I did. But I was like, it wasn't even the money, to be honest. I like to be productive, and I was like, what have you done? I'm one of these people. What have you done with your day today? And I was just sitting at home. I've just watched 2 series of Dr. Foster. You know what I mean? With
It's amazing, though, isn't it? Wow, Dr. Foster.
yeah, and now I'm just like, and then I was like, oh, I'm bored now, and then I was like, right, use your talents. It's like, you know, Cam 4 people or OnlyFans. You don't expect them to get the tits and minge out for free. You know what I mean? So I was just like, you know what I mean? They need to make money. So, and the cock destroyers, the real cock destroyers, they've got OnlyFans accounts. They do videos where you have to pay and all this. They've got more money than me. You know what I mean?
You were
So
just
it's just like,
targeted because you were so freshly in the public eyes, I think. And I think,
Yeah.
if I'm honest, I think if you came back and did it again or did whatever you want, my advice to you, if you can fucking make money while you sat at home on your own, then fucking clever you. Do you know what I mean? Like, ooh.
well, just it ain't even just live and let live. If you don't agree with it, be like, oh, that's a bit out of order. I'm gonna delete her. But writing statuses and all that, I'm just like, I'm not gonna put fuel on the fire. I'm not gonna say anything negative. You can look at all the comments. I haven't slagged anyone off. I haven't bitched about anyone.
You're not like that though, Baga.
I said fair play. I said that's your opinion. I disagree with it. Have a nice life, and I wish you nothing but the best. And then I'll just block. That's it. Because I don't want I don't want negativity fueled on my platforms. So I just
Absolutely.
yeah, I just you know
Well,
what I mean?
life's
And
too short.
anybody who did it, if I saw the Vivian doing it or Davina, I'd be like, fair. I would comment on the video and I'd be like, fair play, girl, make that money, sing that song, put that red wig on. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, we're living in times of uncertainty. That's the problem.
Well,
If I know, right, you'll be back at work in 2 weeks for definitely. I'm like, right. But for all we know, it could be 6 months. You know,
could be 12 months, man. Could be fucking
exactly.
Honestly.
So
yeah, but it is.
I better save some pennies. I see
Yeah.
it no different than doing. Do you know the cameo videos you do? Cameo, where you do like happy birthday. They charge for all that. I see it no different to, you know what I mean? Just there's lots of things that people do, fitness videos that you pay for and all this.
I don't see anything wrong, Bagger, with making a little bit of money as long as you're not hurting anyone. If you're covering that basis, it doesn't really matter how you're making it. I watch people who charge tips and they're just cooking with like a short bra on and like do you know what I mean? Hey, if that makes some money, get me my fucking sauce pan. I'm gonna get a bra on and make some money. Do you know what I mean? I work in the events industry doing events all over the country with the company I work with. We've got no work. And I said to my boyfriend, I'm gonna have to go on adult work or something, babes.
I know, but we're all in the same, but like especially us, like, because we're like performers and stuff, and everything we do is in crowd. Like I do shows, and it's crowds of like hundreds of people. So it's like theatre stuff. So and clubs, and that's like we're buggered because with office work you can sit away from each other, and you can be in you can be in separate rooms. With my job, you've literally got to, especially with meet and greets, you got to cuddle them, and you know what I mean. So it's like
spitting in the mouth, all the rest.
Platform, exactly. The only platform I might have in the future is online. So you know, so I was just trying to make the most out of a bad situation.
Exactly. I don't see any issue in that at all.
I know, really like you say, just bugger them.
Well, it is uncertain times. Like it generally is like uncertain times we're living in. But we just want to know, Baga, and I'm sure our audience do as well, and all your friends. How are you coping with isolation, with the lockdown of sorts that we have? How are you, Baga?
I'm in different stages. I've had different stages. So, like I said, I'm one of these people. I'm very productive. I like to do stuff. I should be on tour at the moment. I should be on the Baga and Vivian tour.
Yes, with Club Kids.
Like, we're gonna go. Yeah, Club Kids, and it has been rescheduled, and I haven't really lost work. It's just all rescheduled, so I'm quite lucky in that sense. But I'm turning into a big fat effer. That is true, because I've done my food shops, and I'm going like once a week. You know what I mean? You've got to be careful when you do go shop when you need stuff. because you can't buy too much, because one, you shouldn't be stockpiling because people need it, and number two, I haven't got enough room, so it just all go off. So
That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm just scoffing my face, scoff, watching all my dramas, catching up on my soaps. You know what I mean? I'm watching Coronation Street from bloody 1995. You know what I mean?
Love a bit of corridor. Love a bit of corridor.
But yeah, but
Not
they've buggered us
favourite.
up now because it's only on twice a week now.
I know. Honestly, it's horrible. And you just touched upon it there, and leading on to our next question. How, for men, it's mainly for mental health as well, the stage is where you belong, Baga. Like, you come alive. How will you survive not having the stage? Just like many other people out there, how will they survive not doing their normal day-to-day things? Because health's going to be a big issue.
Well, like I said, when this is all over, oh my God, they're in for a treat, because I'm itching. I'm literally itching to get on stage. When I was doing all these shows, and I was like, I do need a few days off now because I'm absolutely knackered. I've worked non-stop. I'm doing all these tours. I'm doing all these gigs. I'm doing telly programs and all that. Believe me, be careful what you wish for, because this is too long. I wanted a few days off, not months. And now, and that's why I was doing those videos as well, because I am a born show off. You know what I mean? And I do like to go on camera and be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So that was a kind of way of me being able to still be able to perform. So yeah, it's a bloody nightmare. And when I'm back on stage, when we do this tour, which is going to happen, hopefully, I think it's in about 3.5 months.
Is it July, or is it? Yeah, it's July.
I think it's 3.5 months. So hopefully,
I can tell you the date you're in Newcastle. It's my birthday, 15th of July.
15th of July. 15th of July.
My birthday. I'm coming.
So that's like 3 months. So hopefully in 3 months it'll be a lot better. But you never know. It could get worse. Nobody knows how it's going to work. It's getting a lot better in China and stuff. So hopefully it's a peak, and then if you self-isolate, it goes down and down and down till it's gone.
Yeah, that's the whole.
But people aren't, Baga. Some people are still out gathering in the park, doing exercise.
They're bloody stupid. Get your exercise,
really are.
That's fine. But have a walk and stay up. Don't near anyone. That's fine, having a little walk. But like people gathering and people having parties, they're not just. They're like, oh, I'm young. It won't affect me because it's like a flu and all this. Yeah, it might not affect you, but you've only got to go to someone who you could stand next to someone who's got heart problems, lung problems, and they could bloody die because of your selfishness. So just bloody stay in. You know what I mean? In the war times, people had to stay in during the war, and they had no tellies, they had no mobile phones, they had no Xboxes. They had to literally stay in and read a bloody book. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I can understand it is infuriating. It's a nightmare. I'm bored off my tits, but just you know what I mean? Just no one's asking for a kidney or blood. They're asking for you to stay at home and watch a bit of telly. So you know what I mean? Just do that, and then it'll go.
Well, do you remember, Baga? Do you remember obviously like Snatch Game and where Snatch Game came from? The blocks. I've been saying for about 2-3 days to loads of people who are obviously like local queens, you should set up like a Snatch Game type scenario where there's like multiple people online doing the Snatch Game but live on film. Everyone's like,
oh that'd be hilarious.
Exactly. Everyone was like, oh, that's too much hard work. I was like, what?
No, you've only got to do one look on yourself and then have like 6 little cameras like this.
You can have a host, you can have 5 or 6 queens or more, and they could come on with their different looks, and people could tip on who they think is funnier. Do you know what I mean? Hey?
Well, I think you've knocked the nail on the head. I think you should organise it and get us all on, and we'll all do it for you on here.
Well, I'm scared, so yeah, I'll be messaging you after the show. We need to get Snatch Game sorted.
They'd all love that. They'd all be paying to watch that if you got like 6
because you think about it, you could do it every other day or every week, and you could have queens from around the world doing it.
You can do it every week with different queens from all around the world. Mix it all up. Oh, that'd be fab. Even I'd watch that. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah, so but, yeah, obviously, but we honestly, we always just go back to Corona. Like, it's literally the thing that is just dominating everything. But we want to know, what are your 3 survival isolation tips? What are like the 3 things you think you need for good isolation?
Good isolation. Well,
To get
I would
through
say. Oh, well, do you know what? I've stocked up on. Do you know those little cans of gin and tonics, the mixy ones? So I've got about 50 of them in my fridge.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to have one in a minute, actually. I might ask my fella to get me one in a bit. But, Vince, can you get me a drink?
Oh, you sounded awfully royal there. Get me a drink.
Thank you, darling. But yeah, stock up on booze, because do you know what? I'm at the phase now. Don't get pissed all day. Don't start from 11 in the morning. But you know, in the evening, it bloody helps. It gets you through it. Look at this one. It's just like a little pink gin and tonic.
Oh, yes. I love them. I love them.
So get some of them in, believe me.
So you've got gin. What else, Baga? What are your 2 other things?
Oh, well, if you haven't got Netflix or anything, have your box sets, because I've got Footballers' Wives box set.
Oh,
I've got Bad Girls box set. That's days of television, because there's that many episodes. So you know what I mean. You could watch you could actually watch 5 episodes of that a day, Bad Girls, and I think Corona would be over and done with then, because there's that many of them. And there's loads of really trashy box sets and TV. But me and Vivian have got a new thing.
Yeah, I was just about let me jump in.
So what?
So speaking of Netflix, have a new show coming out. We've seen little bits of it, and episodes are coming out. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? How you got involved? How much fun it was working with the Vivian again?
Oh well, Vivian's like one of my best mates. Every time we've done quite a few things together. We did Roast Battle on Comedy Central and all that.
I saw that.
We're doing lots of little things with World of Wonder. We did TNT on World of Wonder, Trump and Thatcher show. But then Netflix got in touch with us, and they basically wanted us to do what Trixie and Katia did in America. Queens who like to watch.
Yeah.
So me and Viv are in this whole, it's like a little Coronation Street set, and we basically watch shows off Netflix, the current ones. So the last one was Sex Education. And we just have to watch, we just have to be like, it's a bit like it is Gogglebox, really. And they said, right, we're going to put the show on, say what you think. And we just sit there and we're getting pissed. And we were like, oh my God, he's going to get his knob out in a minute. Oh, look at his hair. Oh my God. But there's loads of different shows. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you what shows we're doing, but they're really funny. So loads of shows on Netflix. We just judge them, and very British humour. We no Americanising. It's just very, he looks like he works on the waltzers, and you know what I mean?
I think you and Vivian should do that and watch the whole series of Queer as Folk again, because my God, that would be hilarious. Hilarious. God,
yeah. Well, I'll have to tell them that, because they said if it's successful, we'll be doing it for a couple of years. You know what I mean? We'll be doing 3 or 4 series. So there's loads of shows that we need to do. But we watched one. I'm not allowed to say which one it is, but we were like, oh my God, what are we watching? This is mad. And but we have an absolute ball when we're together. But it's like the Frock Destroyers. When me, Davina, and Blue are together, we have an absolute ball. We've just come back from Morocco, and it's a place where you're not allowed to be gay, or they don't even serve alcohol. It's very religious. And but when all 3 of us are together, the Frock Destroyers, we just like have an absolute ball. And take the piss out of each other. Red wig, silver dress, and
Well, life will go on for everyone, Baga. But before we do leave you and we go to the comments, could we possibly have a word from the Iron Lady to the nation of isolators?
you put me on the bloody spot now. I look more like Ellen DeGeneres. Oh, I'm so terrible when it's on the spot. You should have told me. I would have written a speech. Okay. In times of uncertainty, we must all stick together and come together as a nation. The lady's not for turning. That's like
Absolutely
wash
brilliant.
your bloody hands. Wash your hands, or I will steal your milk.
Absolutely love it. I'm going to go to a few questions, Bagger, before we go, because we've got loads of comments. A lot of people, Brooke, Tori, Emily, all sending their love. We love you, Bagger. We want you to do more shows, go live. We want to watch you. And then there's one question.
I absolutely love me fans and me babby girls. Me babby girls, I call them, Tori and Brooke and everyone. They've been so supportive. They've come to every show. So I just want to say I love me babby girls.
Oh, round of applause for the baggy girls. Well, Bagger, thank you for joining us. We hope to have you back on the show soon.
Oh, definitely.
It has been a pleasure.
It's amazing.
Thank you. Well, I'll give you me PayPal and I'll accept all the fucking tips you can give us.
I'll donate it to you.
Right, Bagger.
We'll
see you soon. I'll drop you a message. Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you. Have me back. See you later. Ta-ra.
Much better. Thanks, darling. Bye-bye. Oh, what an entertaining. Oh, wow. So amazing.
Funny.
Absolutely love that, guys. We hope you've all enjoyed us having Bagger on the show. We certainly did. And of course, stay tuned for everything that's coming up. The new Vivian show. And you know what, Jossy? I think I'll reach out to a few people and see if I can set up a little game. Maybe. Well, guys, I've been Fay Louise Purdon.
And I've been Jossy Endel.
And I think I feel much better. Thank you, Jossy, for joining us. I'm so pleased, everyone. Please like, share, and repost this video. Let's get happy vibes of us and Bagger fucking everywhere, guys. See you all later. I've been Fay Louise. She's been Jossy Endel. And I'm starving, guys. But we will be back tomorrow at 6:30 for a full discussion show with some very special guests that have already been announced. If you check out our Instagram, now that's what I call a talk show, or our Twitter, which is the same. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.